Hi guys, it's Miss Sarah. Ellie, are you shocked? Surprised? Did I trick you? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Pastor Stephen, for letting me get to share with the students tonight. What a privilege. I wish that I could see y'all's faces. This is very different. And in fact, I've recorded this so many times. Because it's awkward looking at the screen and talking to myself. So anyway, I kind of feel like I need to explain some of my random facts. So number one was that I have a serious resting face. Maybe y'all have already noticed that. I don't know, but I found out about it when I was in college, and my friend came in and said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, "What? What?" And she goes, "You look mad." And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm just sitting here thinking." Anyway, that's how I found out that I have a serious resting face. Anyway, I'm so drawn to people that have that natural, just smile all the time kind of look, even when they're just doing nothing and thinking. Because I don't. Anyway, number two is that I'm a wannabe farmer. Like, sometimes I think that it would be so cool to get to, or to know how to grow my own plants and kind of be self-sustaining, which would be really cool right now, especially because there's food shortages and stuff. But I'm not great at keeping things alive, except for humans. So anyway, I think it would be cool to have animals that provide food for my family, but they're stinky and I have a hard time getting past that, and I don't know if I could keep them alive. So look where I'm at. It's kind of random. I'm actually at Home Depot right now because I've got wood and a plum tree back there, because Jason and I are going to make, or maybe just him, I'm not sure, raised garden beds tomorrow. It's our project. And well, actually, I'm recording this on Friday, so Saturday, y'all are seeing this on Tuesday. Anyway, y'all asked me at the end of the summer if I actually was able to grow anything, any vegetables at all. I think our plum tree might produce fruit in a few years, who knows. Anyway, number three was that I have a new favorite bird species. The truth is that I have a now favorite bird species. Like, I've never had a favorite bird before. So anyway, in Africa, there's this bird called the lily trotter, and it literally trots across the lily pads. It's so beautiful, such a pretty bird. And the babies, when they hatch, are so stinking cute. Random fact, the dad is actually the one that sits on the nest, on the eggs, and he keeps them, warm and safe. And then when they hatch, he keeps them with him. And if he wants to like carry them somewhere, or go somewhere, he puts them up under his wings, like way up under his wings, and he carries them with him. Y'all should go look it up. It's the coolest thing ever. And I love it so much because it reminds me of our Father and how he shelters us under his wings. The Lord left nothing to guess, almost. Like, look in creation, you can see me all over it. He's so good. But yet he did leave a lot to guess, right? Like, there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot that only he gets to know. And I've been wrestling with that lately, that I don't get to know it all. I don't get to have things figured out right now. I have to trust him. So that's kind of something I've been pondering lately. But I've also been thinking about how amazing and unbelievable it is that our entire world is going through something at the exact same time. Like, every single one of the humans in the world are being affected by this one thing. And yes, we're being affected by it in different ways, and we're all experiencing it differently. And it's impacting some harder than others, some a lot harder than others. But we are all in some way affected by this one thing. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, it's not the first time. It's not the first time by a long shot that the entire world is going through the same thing. Since the beginning of time, when Adam and Eve chose to sin against the Lord, suddenly the entire world, for the rest of time until the Lord comes back, we're all going through the exact same thing. Whether we know it or not, right now we know we're going through this thing, right? But whether people know it or not, we are all going through a spiritual battle at the exact same time, and we will forever. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing that the enemy wants to attack. But he does attack in different ways. And there is a spiritual battle going on right now. The enemy wants to distract us. He wants to keep us focused on other things. He wants us to be fearful. He doesn't want us spending time with the Lord. And I just was thinking about that. And there's so many different places in the Word that talks about spiritual battle. But what do we do? How do we handle going through a spiritual battle? And if you look in Ephesians 6, the Lord tells us. He says, finally be strong. This is verse 10. Finally be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over his present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand firm. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying at all times in the Spirit with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints. Guys, the Word, the Lord does not leave us to wonder. I've been wondering a lot. I've been wanting to know more of what's going on and wanting to know answers. But the things that he wants us to know, he doesn't leave us wondering. It's right here. It tells us how to live with him, how to walk with him, how to grow with him. And when we forget to put on our armor, we're left exposed to the enemy in this spiritual battle. But when I have a little visual for you guys today. So here's an orange with its armor on. It grows like this so that, it's protected from bugs. It's got the citrus peel on the outside. And here's a little visual. When you put it in water like that, it floats. It's got the armor on. Without its armor, it sinks. When I'm in water, I don't want to sink, right? I want to be able to float. I want to live. When we put on the armor of God, we can live. We can stand against the enemy, and we can survive the spiritual battle with the Lord. All right, guys, I love y'all. I hope that you're all doing well, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.